Okay. It says I'm live. Can I pop out this chat? I can. I can put it here. Okay. And I can change this to live chat. And then I can zoom this in, right? We should go to like there. That's probably good. Okay. Is this working? Okay. Hey, Bob. How's it going? Can you hear me okay? Is it... How's the latency? Because I have it set to ultra low latency. I have no idea what that means. So can you tell me... Like... Okay, I'm going to say 1, and then I want you to type 2 when you hear the 1, okay? Ready? 1. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Hey, Bro Conky, how's it going? How are you doing today? I hope you guys are all doing well. So now let's see, what does it look like when I have the camera, though? How does the camera look to everybody? Look okay? This is just a webcam. I just decided I was using this webcam for Paper Commander the other day. I figured, you know, I'll just leave it set up and do this with the webcam rather than with one of the other cameras I have. Low frame rate. Okay. That might just be the camera though. Like I think it's on my side that it's low frame rate. Cuz like yeah, like it's blurry on my side when I move my hand quickly. Like it's definitely blurry when I move my hand quickly. So it's definitely the settings in OBS that are causing that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I got this. This came in the mail. Can you even read it? Dear God, is it super blown out? There. Okay. Let's like look at this. I like cover the camera. I don't know why it's so blown out. It shouldn't be so blown out. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Whatever. We're not going to be looking at this too much anyway, so it doesn't matter. If I do it like this, you can see it better. See? Not that it matters. This is just the address and stuff anyway. But this came to me from GhostUnit. And it got delivered here a while ago. And I've had it sitting here, and I was like, I need to open this mail because he shipped this to me, and I want to open it. I just haven't had time. I've been so friggin' busy. You know, like, you think, you know, it's fine, no big deal. You know, just 2 cats. It's not a lot of work. Cats look after themselves. They do not look after themselves when they are young. You need to be constantly vigilant watching them and making sure that they're not eating things that they shouldn't be eating, and yeah, like it's a whole thing. Still wondering if that Elish Norn will ever make it to me. Oh my goodness. Man, I hope it makes it to you in one piece, and I hope it's soon. I honestly don't know, man. And this is the other issue, right? Is like, I haven't had anybody else have the same issue as you yet, where like the cards were damaged when they got to them. Like that one that you got, obviously that package got caught in the sorting machine or something along those lines, which is why it looked the way it did, or it like fell off of one of the things and got run over, or who knows what happened. It definitely got damaged by the machinery or by something in the process. I haven't had anybody else have that issue yet. I'm hoping that's not the case moving forward. Like, I'm like, maybe when I ship things to you, I just need to ship them super flat so that they won't get caught. Like, essentially divvy up your grab bag into 2 bags so that there are only like 7 cards instead of 15 or whatever. Like, because it's like, it's not 15, it's like what, 6 and 2 and 2, so it's 10. It's only 10 cards. So if I split it into 5 and 5, then maybe it'll be a little bit flatter and it won't get caught in the machinery. I don't know. Like, that's an option, I guess. Who knows? But if you do get it and it is in the same condition, please let me know and send me photos, because I want to know if it's like the way I'm packaging it that's causing it to get caught in the system or something. I have no idea. Yeah, no. I know that you're not blaming me, and I appreciate that. And I know, like, the postal service system in the U.S. right now is taking a beating, right? Unfortunately. What can you do, right? What can you do? Anyway, I don't know if Chris is here. I kind of like messaged him and asked him when I could do this so that he could be here live for me to open it. And I don't think I heard back from him. Or if I did, maybe I missed it. It happens. It happens. Anyway, I wanted to get this open to see what's in it. I have no idea. It's like, I don't know, you can't really tell on the camera, but it's like not a flat box. Like, it's in a flat box, but it's definitely like ballooned out. So I don't know what Chris packed in here, but he packed something that obviously didn't fit in the box without it sort of like being a little bit more. And it looks like, I don't know if this is because like it went through some sort of service where they had to tape it, or whether Chris taped it, or what happened, but it's all taped up. So I'm just gonna like cut through the tape on all the edges here. Please bear with me. I wonder if it like broke open in transit and that's why they taped it back together or something. I don't know. It looks like, yeah, it looks like the box was not, like you can see here, like the seals obviously, like I didn't even have to pull at this, it just came apart. Holy moly. Chris, are you serious? Alright, GhostUnit sent this to me. This is absurd. Okay. I understand why this is bubble wrapped and why it was packed the way it was packed. Hey, Jonathan. So this came from GhostUnit. You're all gonna see what this is momentarily here. Now, Chris, there's no note. There was no note with this. I think, did you send me? Let me just check here. I think he sent me a note. Or like, I think he messaged me on Patreon and said, "Hey, there was supposed to be a note with this, and I forgot to send it." Yeah. Okay, so he sent me something today, but he forgot the note, and the note read, "Small thank you for everything you do. Continue to be great. Cheers. GhostUnit, take care." GhostUnit, this is not something small. Just so that we're all on the same page here. I don't even know what to say about this. Because I can see it from the end of it. And you guys are going to start to see it here momentarily. That is an entire box. A sealed entire box of Battle Bond. GhostUnit, you absolute madman. Absolute madman. I was not expecting this. To be completely honest with you. I was not expecting this at all. GhostUnit, thank you very much. My goodness. Um, I hope that you're okay if I do something special with this box. Um, time to build them commander decks. You know, geez, I don't even. I think I know what I want to do with this box, and it kind of just like it's it just kind of goes hand in hand with what I want my channel to be all about, and what I hope all of you know my channel is sort of all about. Um, and that is pay it forward, right? Pay it forward, give back to the community, just be good to each other, right? Be good to each other. So I will probably do something along the lines of like adding these to um, the grab bag box or something like that, where the booster packs that you can pull out of the bulk pile will be these packs until they run out. I don't know if that makes sense. I think that makes sense to me. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. Again, like I had no idea that this was even in here. Um, I just, I want to give this, I want to pay this back to the community, um, because it's kind of just what I'm all about. So Ghost Unit, let me know if that's okay with you. You can reach out to me on Patreon. You can, send me a Twitter message, whatever the easiest way is, or leave a comment here, on the video, and let me know if you're okay with that. Because again, this was a guess. This was a gift from Ghost Unit to me. It seems like the note that he meant to ship with it just was said it was like it's just a small thank you for everything you do. It doesn't even say for everything you do. A small thank you for everything you, right? So just, and then continue to be great. Cheers. Take care, right? And so Ghost Unit, thank you very much. My goodness. I think I will. So, I want to make sure that Ghost Unit is okay with whatever it is I do with this box. I don't know if you had specific intentions for what it should be for or anything like that. My Battle Bond set is pretty complete, I think. I think I might be missing like one or two mythics from it, but like not actually missing. I think that they've pulled them out of the binder to use them in decks. For instance, the Bramble Sovereign, I know I pulled out to put together Kairu's deck, the squirrel deck that I played yesterday on the Guardian podcast stream with Andy. So like I know that I have a copy of it. It's in that deck. It's not in the binder. But I think there might be another mythic or two that are missing. I don't know what the plan is for this one. I don't know. I could do a flavor series like Innistrad, yeah. I could, Eric. I could. I don't know. And I mean, like, that's an option as well. I think I want to, like, I'll put it this way. I love giving product away to people, right? I love giving product away to people because not everybody can afford this stuff, right? And I'm lucky enough that I can afford it, right? And that's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to buy some of these products, especially things like Double Masters and things like that, right? And not everybody can buy that stuff, right? And Battle Bond is not one of the cheaper sets. It's not a master set by any means price wise, but like it's getting up there because it's not being printed anymore. And like the supply is still pretty good, but like it's gonna start to dwindle. And the lands that are in here haven't been reprinted in any other set. So the lands are well sought after, as we all know, right? For everything, because I mean, you can play them in Modern, you can play them in Commander, all this stuff, right? And so I mean, like, I just like when something like this comes to me, and they're just like, "Thank you for being you." It just makes me want to give it out to the community, right? Because it's just one of those things, You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's part of like a deep seated thing I have in my own brain where I don't think I deserve the product myself. Does that make sense? Um, but it's not that, right? It's not that, because I don't feel like I need it, right? But so this is another thing is like you'll notice that a lot of people do giveaways and stuff for product. A lot of other content creators, ones that I work with, things like that, I actually never enter any of them. And even if I do, like, for instance, I'm a patron of a number of other content creators, and they give things away, right? As part of the tiers that I am. And I actually message them and I say, don't send me any rewards, because I don't want the stuff. And it's not that I don't want the stuff, it's that I would rather them have the money and take that stuff and give it to other people who could use it. Because it's like things that I might not put to use, and then it'll just sit here, right? And I would rather someone who's actually going to get a use out of it have it, right? And so I say that to every Patreon thing that I support. I tell them, like, don't send me anything, because I don't want the things. I have enough crap in my house. It's normally the thing I say to them is I already have enough crap in my house. I don't need more. That's the easiest way of putting it. But it's more like in the vein of like I would just rather go to somebody else, right? And actually, speaking of which, I do have a patron now who's in my Patreon, Mr. Dave DTN. He's a buddy of mine. He joined up at the $12 tier, and he told me to basically figure out a way to take his $12 and put it toward just, you know, the other patron stuff. Like, do something with it for another patron randomly each month, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm still rolling around that idea as to what to do with that, but it is there. I've helped you build many commander decks. Good. That's awesome. So, and I know what you mean, Eric. Like, understood, but you disagree. I agree. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm a very self-deprecating person. It's just how I have always been. I also have major imposter syndrome, like, all the time. In fact, just today I was having, like, huge doubts about, like, continuing my content in any way for MTG. And it happens, like, probably on a weekly basis. And it's not because of numbers. It's not because of anything else. It's literally because of, like, the social media aspect of MTG content creation. Seems like so clicky to me. Like, if you're not in with, like, the top people, right? Like, if you are not liked by the people who are doing well in the content creation for MTG, nobody cares about you. You know what I mean? And it's not that they don't care about you. I mean, what I mean is like a lot of, like, content creators will just kind of brush you off as not important. And it's, you know, it gets to you, right? It gets to you. Don't make me drive up there and slap you. I know. And hi Kyro and hi Raphael and hi Corbin. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to any of you. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know. Like, and don't worry. Like, you guys don't need to worry. My patrons and my viewers, you guys don't need to worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep making content because I like making the content. But I'm coming to that realization of, like, I think for the past, you know, 6 or 7 months, and maybe it even comes across in my content, I've been sort of trying to make my content with the thought of, like, oh, I'm gonna, like, you know, I need to get more subs, I need to get more views, I need to blah 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 blah, like, I need to grow the channel. I'm coming to the point where I'm sort of realizing that I shouldn't be caring about that, because it doesn't matter. Because the whole reason I started this channel and the whole reason I started making these videos was because I enjoyed it. And that's where I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the fact that I'm going to crack these packs and I'm going to enjoy it. It's not going to be about the numbers. It's not going to be about who who likes me and who doesn't like me. It's not going to be about any of that crap. It's going to be about the cards, the product, and the game, and my enjoyment thereof it. Exactly, Eric, exactly. You need to do it because you love it, and that's the whole point, right? And I feel like I've maybe fallen off that wagon a bit. And it's also them hairy arms. My arms aren't even that hairy, let's be honest. I mean, like, let's be honest. My arms look hairy on camera. They are not very hairy. I am not a very hairy man. And Charla can attest to that. The hair shows up really well on camera, I guess, because I'm so white. That's the difference. I am probably one of the whitest motherfuckers you're ever gonna see. And yes, that's right. I just said it. I apologize. We are no longer child friendly. There you go. Got there. But yeah, man, Ghost Unit, or as my British friends would say, you absolute unit, because you're no longer a Ghost Unit. You're an absolute unit. It's just how it is. But yeah, holy moly, a whole box of Battle Bond. What am I gonna do with this now? I have to figure out something to do with this. Patron grab bags are coming soon. All right, everybody. Like it's almost time for another month of grab bags and stuff. I've been rolling around some ideas of how to make the patron grab bag content more consumable instead of like a 3-hour long video of me rambling and getting extremely hot in my studio. We skipped child friendly a long time ago. It's true. It's true. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do it yet, but I may do it in 2 separate streams where one stream we do all the extra pulls, and then the next stream we fill all the grab bags. So like do the extra pulls and then do the people who are at tiers that are not the grab bag tiers. So like I think I have 2 people at the Mo's Magic tier now. Let me just check here. I think I can... Patreon has really... God, they're really screwing things up. Show me this one. Yeah, we got 2 people at the Mo's Magic tier. So like they get a random booster pack, right? So like I can do the random booster pack with all the extra pulls, and then like the next day... Oh yeah, I can do the bundle too. The bundle at the same time, right? And then the next day I could do all of the grab bags, right? Something like that, just so that it like breaks it up a bit, gives me a chance, or like maybe not the next day, but like maybe the same day, just later in the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, can do one earlier on in the day so that it's only like an hour at most, and then gives me a chance to get a break from the room, cool off a bit. Because the lights get really hot, because I do have a number of lights in this room. It also gives me a chance to like let Charlotte have a break from watching the cats all day, that kind of stuff, and then I can come back and then do like another hour or hour and a half of grab bag filling out. I blame the cats. Exactly. So like another option, right? Like another thing is just blame the cats. But yeah, foofa doofa. I hope you're all doing well. How is everyone doing today? Jeez, I can't even believe this. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than holy moly, Ghost Unit. Thank you very much. You did not need to do that. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Holy moly. Thank you very much. And everybody out there, make sure you let Ghost Unit, like, leave a comment on this video and just let Ghost Unit know he's an amazing person and that we all thank him for providing that for the channel. Because holy moly. Tired from work, yeah. And Raphael's good. And Eric's glad it's the weekend. Yeah, man. I know what you mean. Work has been... I'm not going to ramble about my job because no one wants to hear about my job. my job is my job is going through some transitions, and they're trying to do some very, very silly things, and I can't even, like, it would take me an hour and a half to explain everything to you guys so that you understand what it is I'm talking about and what's going on and why it's silly. But to put it short, long story short, is that my job may be going away. But they don't know. They don't know. And when I say they don't know, I mean my upper management doesn't know what's happening yet, because they're moving a bunch of stuff away from our team. But then they're like, that stuff is like the low level stuff, but we're still keeping all of the high level admin stuff with us, and so that's basically what we're supposed to be looking after, which was already what I was doing. So like losing that low level stuff doesn't really impact me at all, because my job was already this high level stuff. But if this high level stuff goes to them as well, then either I move with it or someone else takes it over for me, and then I now no longer have a job. So, boo. When bosses do silly things, part 5. It's like really, really silly. I got an email from, oh god, okay, I'm gonna go into this because this is silly. I am a release manager. That is what my essentially like official title is at my job. And I report to a senior manager. Right, so I'm a release manager who reports to a senior manager. My senior manager reports to a director. The director reports to our VP. Okay? There, now you know the hierarchy a bit, okay? The group that took over this low-level stuff from us, their director sent me an email on Thursday to me and my director, so my boss's boss, okay, and was like, hey, we've got a new process, a new calendar process for all of the releases going out for all of these systems. And I was like, okay. And they're like, please tell all of your teams to adopt this new process. I can book a meeting with you to go through it all. And I was like, let me look. So I went and looked at their calendar, and I'm like, this calendar is like super bare bones. It didn't have like any information in it. It had like the day and the title of the change and who was in charge of it, and that was it. That's all the information it had. And I was like, this is like the bare minimum of information that's required. So as a release manager, I've been running what we can call a control advisory board once a week with all of our changes that are going out for our systems. So I run that meeting because I'm the change manager. So I run that meeting every Tuesday, right? And it essentially is anyone who's making a change to any of our systems has to submit this form. The form comes to me, I review it, I put it into an agenda that gets discussed on Tuesday. The form, once it gets approved at the meeting on Tuesday, gets automatically populated into our release calendar, and our release calendar has all of the changes, all of the dates, everything. And then it has a link right to the form that was submitted with all of the details of the change, who's responsible, QA sign-off, all of this nonsense. So, like, it's just, like, super in-depth form. We built it ourselves from the ground up, all this process. So they want us to adopt this new process, which basically is doubling the work, because you basically are now filling it out on my side and then filling it out on their side for no purpose other than the fact that they just want to track it in their calendar instead of using our calendar. And that's it. And so I replied to his email, and I'm like, we may want to discuss this before telling everyone to just adopt this new process, because you haven't given me any information other than here's the new process, please use it. Tell everyone to use it. I can walk you through how to open the things. And my response to him was, we need to talk about this. Don't just come to me and say, use this thing. I can give you a walkthrough. We need to actually talk about what this process is and what's the benefit. Because you telling me to just tell all my teams to adopt this process, if I go to my teams and say, hey, you guys need to do this this for my form so that we can talk about it in this business advisory meeting, and then also fill it out over here so that they have it on their calendar. It's just like, yeah, exactly, Eric. It's just super corporate redundancy, and like it's just not needed. It's just doubling work for no reason. And the best part about this is that the stuff that they took from us, right? The reason it went to them is because they're trying to automate a bunch of it to make it so that they can reduce the amount of essentially work hours it is required to complete those things. Yet, so instead of becoming, so like basically they're trying to make us more efficient so that they can reduce, you know, let's just say, well, I mean, call it what it is. They're trying to reduce the number of workers required to complete the work. This is basically what it comes down to, right? So, trying to make it efficient, they are making it inefficient. And I'm kind of sitting here and I'm reading this email and I'm like, this is stupid, right? And so I BCC'd my reply. When I sent my reply saying we need to discuss this, I BCC'd my boss because he wasn't on the email. My boss's boss was on the email. And I assumed that meant that this director who was emailing me had already talked to my director, and that's why he was on the email chain. So this was more of like a, he'd already talked with my director and they had come to this agreement that this is how it was now and just telling me here it is, right? And I was like, so I BCC'd my boss so that he would be in the loop that this was going on because I knew he would want to know about it. But then my director was like, no, I agree with Mr. Bevers. We need to discuss this before we just adopt it because, you know, we already have a calendar process that we use and it already exists and it's already all filled out and it's in business language so that the business can understand it so that we can actually approve things and blah, blah, blah. And not only that, you can just export our change calendar into your change calendar. And if you can't, automate it because that's literally what your group is doing, all the automation for all this crap. So find a way to pull this data out of here and automatically input it into your calendar if you don't want to use our calendar. That's not on us. It's not on us to go and take our data and dump it into your thing. We don't work for you. You're a completely different team. You took our stuff from us, you deal with it. and that was from my director, and I was just like, oh, all right, sweet. He's on my side. This is great. I'm totally down for this. This is going to be awesome. So, and then I got talking with my boss after the fact because he called me after I sent the email. And I was like, oh, well, you know, the director, just your boss, basically, just emailed back and he's on our side and he knows. And he's like, oh, okay. So the three of us are all on the same page that we're not going to do this for them. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, good. He's like, so, all right, so fine. So then, in the email my director had sent agreeing with me, he had said, book us for next week because my director and my boss were both off today. So they weren't, you know, in the office, so they couldn't meet today because that's when the guy wanted to book. The other director wanted to book a meeting with me today to go through it. And so then the director who emailed me originally emails back on top of my director's email and says, okay, I will book you, Mr. Bevers, for a meeting Friday to walk through it. And I replied to him and I'm like, well, seeing as, and then instead of BCCing my boss, I just put him on the 2 line and I said, well, you should be including me, my boss, and my director in this conversation, because obviously you didn't read the email where he said book it next week, right? And they're both off tomorrow, so please book this for next week sometime. And then he just didn't reply to me, and I was like, whatever, man. And so, like, I got no reply from him Thursday, and then I got no reply from him Friday, like today, and he hasn't booked me for anything yet. So I'm assuming he's just, like, stewing on the other side. Like, he's just, like, they're just ignoring us and they don't want to adopt our new process and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, of course we don't want to adopt your process. It has nothing to do with us, right? It has nothing to do with us. And not only that, you came to me with no warning and just said, hey, like, hey, take on this new process and start using it right away. And I'll walk you through it tomorrow so that way you know what's going on. And I'm like, no, it's not how we do things. You cannot just drop of a hat change how the process is. It doesn't work like that. I was like, you understand that we have like multiple project managers who submit these forms to tell us when changes are happening. It doesn't work just like drop of the hat overnight. Like, it just doesn't happen. And so it's gonna be funny to see what happens next week, because like we told them to book something, but who knows whether that will actually happen, right? No idea. No idea. Eric, I will probably still be here, most likely. I'm just turning off the autofocus because I noticed that it was can I like change this? What is this? Like, what if I do that? Does that do a thing? Oh, look how smooth that is now. Is that better? Is there like a weird delay now? Great work, whatever. Like, I was just happy that my director was on my side, because I made the assumption that when I got the email initially from that director with my director CC'd on it, that they had already talked about this and that I was just being told this is how it is now. But then he came back and was like, no, I agree with Mr. Bevers. This is not how we should be doing things. And I was like, hey, all right, good. That's good news. So, yeah, it was a hilarious day on Thursday. And I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody about it because, that's just how it is. Raphael, are you still here? Check that out right there. Ooh. It's like so much glare. I guess I can turn off this light here. Like this one. That'll cut down the glare a bunch. There, see? There they are. Yeah. Raphael bought those for me. For those of you who aren't following me on Twitter, you should definitely be following me on Twitter. I am starting to sell more cards on Twitter. I'm actually thinking about closing down my online store site entirely, because I'm not making enough sales on it to essentially pay for its own fees. So the monthly fee for the site is like $100 American, just to have it running. And if I'm lucky, I'm making like maybe 1 or 2 sales a month, and for just under $100 total, if that. And so it's not even paying for itself. So I'm basically just bleeding money by having the site running. And I think that I'm just going to get rid of it. And so basically what that means is I'm just going to basically offer the cards on Twitter, but also I'll start putting them up on Patreon. So I'll start posting the stuff to Patreon first, to give patrons a first crack at buying the cards at a reduced cost. I'm basically trying to go off of whatever like the market price is and cut off about 10%. So, good deals, basically. Good deals. Or at least I'm trying to make them good deals. And of course, the prices are always going to be negotiable. Whereas like with the website, the prices aren't negotiable because it's, just like, it's always just there, right? Like there's no like haggle the price, right? It's just purchase it for that price. If you don't like that list price, then too bad, right? So I'm probably going to kill that because it just starts saving me $100 a month, which is good. Since, that $100 is like not really doing anything for me at the moment. And I mean, if I ever want to get the store site set up again, I'll have to pay another stupid, large fee up front to get it set up. But at that point, I don't know if I'm ever going to have another store site, to be honest with you. I might just do individual sales just because it's a lot easier to do so. Basically become like my own TCG, right? That's basically what, because TCG doesn't let Canadian sellers on because of stupid shipping nonsense. And the funny thing to me, all of you out there who are listening, the funny thing to me about TCG and its shipping policies is that it doesn't afford proper time frames for people. And people get burned real bad. Mo talks to me about this all the time, because he is a TCG player seller, because he's grandfathered in, because he was there before they axed all the Canadian accounts. And because he was a big enough account and stuff, they were like, yeah, you can stay. And they're hosing him lately, to be completely honest with you. I mean, like, he you know, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but based on what he's telling me, it doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound great. And it's a shame. It's a shame because TCG seems like such a good, like, center kind of like place for people to like buy and sell cards. It's become such a nice marketplace. But their rigmarole in the background at TCG is just so ludicrous. It's just so ludicrous from what I understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. What should we open, people? What do we want to open up? What do we want to like? Do we want to like open some product? You guys are here, or do you want to help me build a commander deck? What do you prefer? Those of you who are here, what would you prefer? Do you want to help me build a commander deck right now? Or do you want to see some product opened? Let's get the votes in the chat. I don't know what kind of voting we're doing, but let's get some votes in the chat. Because we could do... where did I even put that? Right there? Okay. I know what you want already. Commander? Is it Commander? Or is it opening product? Because I don't actually know what you want. Alright, Eric wants me to crack some packs. Okay. So those of you who aren't in the Discord, that are patrons, I highly suggest you get in there. You can link your Discord account to Patreon, and if you do, you'll just be able to join the server because it's linked up. So you'll be able to join that way. I highly recommend you join it, because what I'm doing lately is I am going to probably start doing, or at least try to start doing, paper commander games once a week on Twitch. And I would love to have at least one patron every session. If people are available and able to, you know, do paper commander remotely. So I would love to be able to have a patron on each of the episodes. I'm going to try to get other content creators to join. So you would get to play with me and other content creators. So this coming Tuesday, I will be playing with Kitchen Table Commander, Austin from Commander9, and Davey from Cool Stuff Inc. So, Janky Pirate Tribal. So, basically, what I'm thinking, I'm gonna build something for Tuesday, and I asked about it in the Discord. So, I'm also taking suggestions from the Discord as well, in the Commander Crushes channel, where you can basically give me ideas of what to build around, or things like that. So today somebody suggested building like a whales deck, and it seems like that seems to be getting a little bit of traction in the Discord. So I might have to be building a whales deck for Tuesday. So tribal whales, and chances are I'm probably gonna build it with what's his name, Arixmethes as the commander is what I'm thinking. Now, someone suggested going with like Zur, the enchanter, as the commander, and then doing whales that way. And I know that there are some whales, you know, like the red, blue, what is it? Zur is red, blue, white, right? Jeskai. Blue definitely has whales. I don't know about red or white. But I think the Zur was just more so that you could like do things like go, you know, like you use Zur to fetch arcane adaptation, which makes everything into whales. And then you can like use Mirror Weave to instant speed turn every creature on the battlefield into a pursued whale. Things like that. Like this was the suggestions from Kyra. So it sounds hilarious. Don't get me wrong, sounds hilarious, especially making everyone else's things into whales. That sounds like a hilarious thing to do to a Commander game, right? So there is that option as well. Let's see. Where is this gotta? It's gotta go this way. This way. I noticed that there was like a little bit of a gap there. All right, so cracking things won out, I think, because there was one vote for Kraken. Nobody else spoke up. So I mean, like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna crack 2 jumpstart packs. Now, somebody mentioned to me, and I don't know if it was Matt, or whether it was somebody else, but somebody said that they might want to sponsor a box of Jumpstart on the channel next month, or something like that. I think someone said something along those lines, and if that's the case, let me know, whoever it is, because Mo did get some Jumpstart boxes in, and he will put one aside for me. I already told him that I might need one, so he will put one aside for me if that's the case. I don't plan on buying any for myself. It was Raphael. Okay, there you go. See, Raphael. So if you do want it, Mo does have them. I didn't get a price on the boxes, so I can't tell you that, but he does have them. So I will ask him for the price. I know that he's going camping for a week, and he left today, or like he's leaving tomorrow morning. So I'm not going to bother him right now to ask the price. So I'll let you know in a week. How's that, Raphael? I would imagine that the boxes, so like he's charging, I think it's like $9 for each pack, and there's 24 in a box, right? So I'm not sure exactly. So Mana Burn, you missed it. We opened up some mail from GhostUnit9, and GhostUnit sent this over to us. An entire box of Battle Bond. And I didn't know how to react. I had no idea how to react to it. Yeah, I will PM you, Raphael. I'll let you know when I find out. I didn't know how to react to it. GhostUnit's not here, unfortunately. But you know, hopefully he sees this video later and goes, "Yes, he got the mail. It's finally there." I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I want to talk to GhostUnit about it and just see like what he wants me to, like if he had anything in mind that he wanted done with the box, that kind of stuff. Because he didn't have a note in the box, but he did send me a Patreon message letting me know like what the note was supposed to say, and the note was supposed to say essentially something along the lines of like, you know, just a small thank you for like everything you do, keep being awesome, thanks, or you know. Right. Yeah, it was like just a small note that said, "Thank you for everything. You continue to be great. Cheers, GhostUnit." Right? Like that's all the note said. So like he didn't include it by accident. Like he meant to include it and then like it just didn't get into the box, which happens. It happens. So I'm here. I'm saying Jonathan's saying if we open a meal, we're building it. Okay. It was very nice of him. Yeah. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the box yet, but I mentioned it when I opened it. I said, you know, like, what I like to do with my channel and what I like to do with this kind of stuff is I like to give it back to the community. So if that box is in fact a gift for me, I'm going to find a way to share it with the patrons. Just because that's just what I'm going to do. So, like, I might put in some MrB signed cards in the grab bag box that when you pull them, instead of getting a standard set, you get a pack of Battle Bond until they run out. Something like that, right? Like just like essentially as an extra thing. So like there's 36 packs, right? So like just do it as that until it runs out and then it's gone and then we're back to standard packs again. So I don't know if that's what I'll do. Might just send a box with the other cards you need signed. Okay, yeah, that's fine too, Raphael. Like, I mean, if you can get it for a better price, by all means do so. And then if you want to ship to me to open it for the channel and then have it shipped back to you, that works too. I mean, I've done that with Brad a few times already. You know, he shipped me the box of Innistrad. I shipped it back to him. He bought a box of, what was it? He bought a box of Ikoria from me, I think it was. or Core 21. I think I can't remember which box he bought for me, but he bought a box for me and I shipped it back to him and it worked out fine. What do we got here? We got Legion. Oh, it's not in focus because I turned off the autofocus, so it's going to be focused like down here. So Legion is not bad, but it's not unicorns, right? It's not unicorns. So now our rare is going to be on the front, right? So we got to like go through the back, right? Is this how this works? So like we have like, yeah, so there's our land, right? So yeah, so these are all just like Core 21 lands. And then there's your special land. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's just a whole bunch, like essentially a legion of dudes, right? So then we've got, of course, a Raise the Alarm. And then a Thriving Heath? Thriving Heath? Yeah. Yeah, sounds good, Raphael. Sounds good. Legion's Judgment. Fortify. Staunch Shieldmate. Makeshift Battalion. Daybreak Charger. Valorous Steed. We did get a unicorn out of this pack. There you go. Or is this actually... It's not this pack, right? Like, it's actually a pack called Unicorns, right? That has the unicorn in it. It's not this, right? Basari's Solidarity. Release the Dogs. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Faith's Fetters. Siege Striker. And then this is like... This is our rare, right? Because this is our Legion token on the front. I find it really weird that they put the magic back on the back of these. Like, what is the purpose? My age is showing? Is my age showing from that song? I feel like that song does not date me well enough at all, Jonathan. That song is what, early 2000s? I mean, I'm no spring chicken. I'll give you that. But that song does definitely not date me properly. Use a filler card for double-sided. I mean, like, I guess Jedi JJ, like, it's I guess, but like I don't know, it just seems weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of whatchamacallit. I'm thinking of what is that? Keyforge, right? Keyforge. They could have printed like the deck list on the back. That would have been good, right? So that you know what cards are in the deck. Right? Then you know what rare you have. And our rare here is Glorious Anthem, which is not a bad little rare, but it's not like one of the Jumpstart exclusives, right? It is from Core 21. It was reprinted in Core 21. Alright, let's see what's in the second pack. Everyone was like, if you open the unicorn, you've got to make the commander deck with the unicorn, right? Huh. Hey, Pause, how's it going? Pause, you missed it, man. I mean, you didn't miss it yet, but you missed the packet. You missed the mail. We got one. We got mail sent to us from Ghost Unit, and Ghost Unit sent us an entire box of Battle Bond. An entire box of Battle Bond. I don't know. Crazy. Ghost Unit is just an absolute unit, as I said earlier. So we've got green. So, and it's not... well, this isn't our land, so we don't know what this is yet, right? Like, these are just... Okay, so here's our land, right? Okay, so we're in green. Who wants to take a guess as to which green it is? I was pretty speechless, actually. Pause. I didn't know what to say. I was like, thank you. Thank you. I don't know what else to say, but like, yes, thank you. So you think it's a doubling season. Okay, so doubling season would be the +1/+1s, right? Tree hugging would be the, what is that? That's the tree folk deck, right? So we've got green lands, but I haven't shown you the special land yet. I've seen the special land, but you haven't seen the special land yet. Okay, Raphael's saying lands. Are you ready to see the special land? Because the special land is going to give it away, right? Then you have to guess what the rare is going to be, because there's a selection of rares from each of these decks, right? So it is, in fact, going to be tree hugging, by the looks of things. There it is. The little tree land right there. We've got a gnarled sage. A wild size. There's our thriving grove. We got an explore. Got a canopy, crushing canopy, I should say. We got a snare spinner. There's a big lack of tree folk in this tree folk deck. We only have one. We have a single tree deck, or we have a single tree folk in this tree hugging. There's a plant wall. Does that count? I guess it kind of counts. The spider and the elf don't count, though. I mean, like, I get it. Elves they live in the forest, all that kind of stuff. Fine. Nature's Way. There you go. Warden of the Woods is a nice tree folk there. So what do we want from tree hugging? Is the Avenger of Zendikar in this one? Is that the one that's in this one? Because that would be sweet, right? Burlfist Oak. Like, because what's the rare here? I don't even know. Ooh. Did we get 2 rares? We got Verdant Embrace. There's 2 rares, right? Because this is, because the rares are on the front. So we got 2 rares in this pack. Not bad. A thing that can happen in Jumpstart, just so that everyone's aware. Verdant Embrace. So this is an enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has, at the beginning of each upkeep, create a Sapperling token. Yeah, you can get 2 rares. So we did get 2 here, it looks like. We got a Soul of the Harvest as our rare. Second rare, I should say. Which is the 6/6 Trampler. That says, whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. Well, Tree Hugging Legion, or Legion Tree Hugging, not bad. How many creatures have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in Legion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 7 in the Tree Folk one. Okay, so you could draw quite a few cards. It's a legion of tree huggers. Apparently. I mean, getting a second rare is pretty sweet, right? I'll take it. So, if any of you haven't had a chance to play with this set yet, I highly recommend you try to find your way to playing it with somebody, whether it be on Arena and just like, make a deck. I guess I don't know. It's hard to make the decks, but like either you make a deck or you pick some cards at random. Or if you get a family member at home and you can get your hands on actual packs, do it. All you need is 2 packs each. You basically take these 2 packs, you shuffle them together, and then you play. And that's it. That's all there is. And you just play. And it's like a normal game, 20 life. That's your deck. I mean, I'm planning to... So the reason I'm keeping these separated and I'm keeping them together is I'm actually going to be putting these into, like... I'm probably going to order some of those Cardamonji things so that I can essentially put these into like sealed pools of each deck and then randomize them so that I can play them once quarantine's over and my friends can hang out. And then I can be like, look, we're going to play Magic tonight, but you don't need to bring your own deck. We're going to play we're going to play Jumpstart. And come over, pick 2, shuffle them together, and let's play. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So they'll all be sleeved with the same color sleeves. And, you know, maybe we can get some two-headed giant going. It's going to be great. Turn the big 40 today. Well, pause. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, man. Congratulations. And, no, I didn't. I haven't. I have not watched any YouTube in the last, like, I don't know, 3 weeks. I've literally watched no YouTube. Like, there are so many people that I need to catch up on. It's insane. And pause, you're one of them. It's been a busy time. I'm gonna open the rest of my Jumpstart packs because I want to see what's in them. Do you guys want to see what's in them? I want to see what's in them. Well, even if you don't want to see what's in them, it's too bad. I'm doing it anyway. I hear you. Things have been rough, right? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And it should be not... Okay. We got green again. Okay. Our special land. Okay. What do we think the special... Like, what do we think this green set is going to be this time? I know what it is now, because I didn't know what it was actually called. I looked at the land. I know what it is. Okay, so without showing the land, you guys can vote in chat. Let's take a look at some of the cards. We've got a Sylvan Brush Strider. We've got a Time to Feed. We've got a Thriving Grove. We have a Marauder's Axe. We have a Dawn Treader Elk. Okay. Crushing Canopy again. Seems to be common for the green decks. Sabertooth Mauler. Truffle Snoot. Or Truffle Snout. I think it should be called Truffle Snoot. It should be 2 O's. Truffle Snoot. Irresistible Prey. Jonathan's nailed it there. Predatory is definitely what this is. So there's your land. So you can see it's got like the little elk there in the middle and like just a bunch of like Venus flytrap like things hanging out around it. We got a Brindle Shoat. We've got a Somberwald Stag. What is this? When it enters the battlefield, you may have it fight target creature you don't control. Huh. 4/3 for 5, eh? Alright, so we've got a Fungal Rebirth. Over to your hand, if a creature died this turn, create 2/1/1 Saproling tokens. And we got Naeth of the Dire Hunt. Is this a commander card, eh? Whenever one or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. Seems good. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 2 and a red or green. And if you do, double target creature's power until end of turn. That creature must be blocked this combat. Yeah, so that's what... that's technically a red-green commander, right? Because she has red in her text, right? Like, that's in her rules text. Is that how that works? Or, like, it's hybrid mana, so does it even work? Do they let you use hybrid commanders? I assume they do, right? Because you can use the stupid Scarecrow, right? Reaper King? Yeah, she's Gruul. Okay. That's what I figured. Alright, what do we got here? So we've got Predatory something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Predatory. So look, we're even in the right colors here. We need red for her ability. We got red. This seems like pretty good for us. Now, it's not one of the Planeswalker decks. I guess that kind of ruins it, right? Like, if you flip over all the lands and they're the Planeswalker land, you know, right? That's just how it works. Right? So that's our special land. We got a Torch Fiend. We got a Thriving Bluff. What else we got? How about Lightning Core Excavator? Collateral Damage. Act of Treason. Pitchburn Devils. Hobble Fiend. Jonathan's right on point again. See, Jonathan's obviously opened or played with a bunch of these packs because you're just nailing it here. Or you've got the deck lists open. I don't know. Maybe. Spiteful Prankster. We've got the Chained Brute. Dance with Devils. Traitorous Greed. And then our rare. Ooh, Brash Taunter. Can you imagine this deck? So you have Nief, which is like whenever one of your creatures fights, and then your rare from the red pile is a creature that literally fights. What a cool deck. I could imagine this deck being a lot of fun to play. Oh, and there's our land with the cool Devil Mountain. This deck would be a lot of fun to play. I mean, let's be honest. Brash Taunter is just bonkers. And you could technically pay the 3 mana here to double target creature's power and then fight Brash Taunter into whatever you've doubled. Yeah, this is basically the starting of a fight tribal EDH deck, right? You play Nieth as your commander, and then you have Brash Taunter in the 99, right? And you can put Stuffy Doll in there, right? So cool. That would be a really cool deck to play. Predatory Devilish. Doesn't sound very fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, the predatory, the names don't always go together very well, right? Like Predatory Tree Hugging or Predatory Legion. Predatory Legion sounds pretty good. Devilish Legion sounds pretty good. Devilish Tree Hugging? Eh. Tree Hugging Devilish? Not so much, right? Tree Hugging Predatory? Not really. Predatory Tree Hugging? Maybe a little better, right? Alright, we got 2 more packs. We got 2 more packs of Jumpstart. Do I want to open these now, or do I want to hold them so that I can use them for my Thursday series? I don't think I'm going to hold on to them. I'm going to just open them. This way I have them all open, and I can just, you know, put them into a box, filed away with dividers, so that I have them ready to go into their sleeves and stuff when I'm ready to build the cube, essentially, or whatever you want to call it. This way I've got them all done, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's get them unicorns. I don't think we're gonna see unicorns. I don't think it's gonna happen, Jonathan. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't have faith. Okay. We're red again. See? No unicorns for sure there. Alright, that means the last pack has to have unicorns. Alright, what do we got? I think this is... That's a normal land. There we go. Okay. There was an extra land in this pack. Does that tell you anything? Does that tell you anything? I don't know. We've got a Thriving Bluff. We've got a Lightning Shrieker. I don't know if that gives it away, like, right away as to what we're dealing with here. We've got a Dragon Hatchling. I don't know. I think you probably already know here. Dragon Fodder. Is anyone still guessing? Bathe in Dragonfire. Is that another good tip? Good clue? Thrill of Possibility. There's a card that is very generic that might be in any red. Dragon Speaker. So far, 4 out of the 5 cards we flipped. 5 out of the 6 cards we flipped have either been a dragon or had dragon in their name. I think that they were on point here. Draconic Roar. Rapacious Dragon. Okay, so we're at 8 of 9 cards opened. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 7 of 8 cards all have either are a dragon or have dragon in their name in some way. Dragonloft Idol, 8 of 9 now. Hellkite Punisher, 9 of 10. Ooh, Terror of the Peaks is our rare. Yes. Yes, please. Terror of the Peaks, very, very good card. Just very, very good. And then the mountain here is really cool because you've got like the shadow of the dragon. Yeah. Terror of the Peaks, very good. Very strong. Wow. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Once the stream gets to 1 hour, you keep getting out of the live stream? Really? Weird. I don't know. I'm at 1 hour and 11 minutes now. So it's just like kicking you out? That's weird. I feel like it shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, those of you out there who are still here, if you like Commander content, tune in Tuesday night over on Twitch. Twitch tends not to buffer as much. These cards feel different. What the heck? Whoa. Whoa. You can't tell this because obviously you can't feel it. But like, so these are the lands from the dragon deck, right? And they're like, you can hear it's pretty rigid, right? Pretty rigid. It's not a repack. There's definitely no way it's a repack. This feels almost like rubbery. Like, it's about the same sound. It's really hard to like tell, but it's like just the feel of the card. It feels rubbery. I don't know why. That's super weird. It is white. It's white. I don't know why these feel so weird. That's really strange. That's really, really strange. I don't know what to tell you. But like it was just like instantaneous on my fingers. I could feel like even the back, like the backs of the cards feel different. Super weird. Ooh. Did I ruin it? I think I ruined it by revealing the land. I think it's, yeah. It's not unicorns. We've got Basri Acolyte. There's our Thriving Heath. That Plains is really gorgeous, though. Like the weird, like, egg. We've got Makeshift Battalion. Light Walker. Trusty Retriever. Bulwark Giant. Feet of Resistance. Secure the Scene. Basri's Solidarity. Siege Striker. Patron of the Valiant. It's a shield. It doesn't even look like a shield. It looks like an egg. It is a shield, though. You are correct. It looks like almost like a dragon egg, like sitting in the grass. We got a Tempered Veteran. And then our rare. There's our Heavily Armored. Ooh, Cathar's Crusade. This is a great little enchantment. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it for each creature you control. This card gets out of hand real fast. Real fast. Especially when you're making tokens. It gets out of hand real fast. So we got heavily armored dragons. I think that's a better way of putting it. Because if you go dragons heavily armored, But heavily armored dragons, now that's one you can get. I could get behind. That is one I can get behind. So there you go. We opened up 6 packs. We got 2 white, 2 green, 2 red. How we managed to like not get any blue or black, I have no idea. But here we are. Here we are. We were looking for those unicorns. Didn't get there. Didn't get there. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we didn't get there. That being said, here's a little sneak peek for those of you. I did pick up another box of this, so I have another box ready to go for my patrons. Still got to get through the other one. But I got another box, so I'm prepared at least. Okay, Raphael, have a great night. I'm just getting ready to wrap up here as well. I just want to go over some of the stuff I picked up here for things in general. So, of course, I picked these up from Mo today. So, here's the Born of the Gods pack that is going out to the winner of Born of the Gods. I don't remember who it is. I don't have it up open on my screen at the moment. We've got that Dragon's Maze pack going out to the winner as well. And then the 3 Saviors of Kamigawa packs going out to the winners. So, I've got those over here, I think, still kicking around. What is this? We got Tony Wolf, Kazan, Tice, and Jonathan. Are you the one? Or is it Mike A, Virvel, Tony, and Kazan? I don't remember. I have the things here. I don't remember who wins what. I've got it all written down, don't worry. I've got it all written down. So those are going out. I've picked those up so I can mail them out to the winners. Then I got some stuff for me. And by for me, I mean for the Thursday series, I got some stuff. I got these 3 for the Thursday series. I'll show you those in a sec. You want a token thingy. Right. Okay. And did you tell me which token one you wanted, Jonathan? Did you want Lineage or Eternal? I don't know if you told me which one you wanted. But I'll mail it out with your next patron stuff. So the Mo tier of Patreon, I'm going to be adding a Battle Bond pack, a Battle for Zendikar pack, and one of each of the conspiracy sets to the pile of packs that are randomly picked from. So those are getting added to the pile. Doesn't matter to you? Okay. I'll just give you whichever one then. I'll pull one out of the box. They're all in one box now, so I'll just reach my hand in and pull one out, and that's what you'll get. So then for the Thursday Shuffle series, I've got 3 new packs that will be, not necessarily added right away, but they will be in the pile to be added at some point in the future. And that is, of course, a sweet original Mirrodin pack. A nice Rise of the Eldrazi pack. And one of my sets that I really enjoy, mainly because I actually got these when I was in college. There was a little shop across the road from where I was living, essentially just off campus at my college, and there was a shop in a mall that did sports memorabilia and sports cards. And they sold Magic cards too, but they had like old product, and it looked like it had been sitting there for a very long time because no one was coming in to buy Magic cards. So I think I bought them out of this set, and it was on their shelf, and it was not the set that was currently in standard, and they were charging $2.99 Canadian per pack of Mercadian masks. And I think I bought the entire box they had on the shelf, which I think had it was like 16 to 20 packs left in the box, and I bought them all over the course of like 2 weeks. I think I bought like 5, and then I went back and bought another 5, and then I went back and bought the remaining 10 or something like that. It wasn't a big store, It was just like a small hole in the wall, right? You too, Pause. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. So I picked up this Marcadian Mask pack to add to the pile as well because it just has like a soft spot in my heart because I never played during this set, but this one store had this, and like I think at the time, the set that was currently in standard was like, I don't know, it was like, I think it was around the time that Zendikar, yeah, it was around the time that Zendikar was being was on, like I think it was around that time. Original Zendikar block. Yeah. Somewhere in there. Like core 2010 ish. And so they had these packs, and these packs go back to what, 7th edition ish, somewhere in there? Like 6th, 7th edition, which is not when I was in college at all. So yeah, and the reason I picked the original, so here's the reason why I picked these 3 packs for the Thursday series. Marcadian Masks, I told you the story. College, there was a store selling them for $2.99 a pack, and I was like, I can't pass up buying old product like this that I can't get anywhere else for $2.99 a pack. Like, that seems absolutely dirt cheap. I don't know why they had them for that price, but they did. Mirrodin was the set that was out when I was, I don't know, like I was just like nearing the end of high school-ish, beginning of college, and I went to my local game store here in town, which at the time there was only one, and they were doing a draft of this set, and I was like, sure, I'll get in on that. I haven't played anything from this. I haven't played anything from Magic in a long time. And in fact, it was my very first draft was Mirrodin. Ever. My very first draft ever was Mirrodin. And it was at my local game store, which no longer exists, unfortunately, but it was with them. And so that's why I picked Mirrodin, because it has a soft spot in my heart as well, because first draft set. Rise of the Eldrazi came out like right near the end of college for me. And this is sort of like when I started working co-op terms and stuff. I had made a bunch of money. I now had a whole bunch of disposable income. This was the first set that I bought more than one full box of, to basically start collecting more seriously and playing more. And this is sort of like where I got into essentially what I'm in now. Now, of course, there was a few ons and offs in between. So like I do have a whole bunch of stuff from like Onslaught and Scourge and those sets and that kind of stuff. And I do have a lot of stuff from other sets as well, right? Like Legions, Onslaught. I have a lot of stuff from there. And then, I took a break at Kamigawa, and then I took a break, at Lorwyn Morningtide, and then I got back into it around here, right? So I have a big binder of Zendikar. I have a big binder of Worldwake, a big binder of Rise of the Eldrazi, because of course these sets were all available when this set came out. So I ended up buying boxes of the other sets as well, because this came out and I was like, yeah, it's time to get some boxes, right? So they all have a soft spot in my heart. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to pick these 3 packs and I'm going to put them into the Thursday shuffle pile. So stay tuned for that. And I mean, like, obviously this one I have a lot of product from, so I'm not really chasing too many things. I'm sure there's some stuff that I'm missing. But Marcadian Masks and Mirrodin, I definitely don't have a lot of stuff. So, but anyway, so that's basically, like, that was my trip to Moe's today. And I mean, like, I definitely didn't buy another one of these for next Friday. So I definitely didn't buy another box of Double Masters for next Friday. It didn't happen. I didn't buy another box for next Friday. I swear. I swear to you, I didn't buy another box for next Friday. You didn't just see it on camera. It doesn't, that was a different box. You guys are seeing the box that I already opened today. That's what that was. I resealed it. See how good I am at resealing? Never trust a MrB box because it's just resealed. I've taken all of the good things out and replaced them with better things, and then resealed the box. That's how I do things. Creak, crack. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. Big thank you to GhostUnit for sending me that box of Battle Bond. My goodness, I really appreciate it. Where's the stop tape? Yeah, there is no stop tape because it's just a one box. I didn't reseal it into a case. I'm not a monster, you know. I'm not an absolute monster. I'm just like a fiend or a devil maybe. But I'm not a monster. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for Monday. Don't forget, Monday we'll be giving away that Rakdos Guild Kit. This one right here. This Rakdos Guild Kit. So if you haven't got your comment in on the Monday video from 2 Mondays ago, get your comment in on that one if you want a chance to win this Guild Kit. And it's going to come to you sealed. I'm not even going to open it. It's going to be just like this. You'll get everything that's in it. You'll get the nice sweet pin. You'll get all the cards that are in it. It comes with like a sticker, I think. Yeah, it comes with a sticker and a deck box and a die. And you get those sweet guild lands. So we're going to be pulling a winner for this sometime this weekend when I'm recording. So you only have really like today and tomorrow to get your comment in. And if you don't, you can't win. I think there's like 54 comments or something like that on that video right now. I don't remember exactly. Something like that. So, you know, lots of people wanting to win. So that's good. Where are we? Ooh, we're up to 59 comments. Wow. These are crazy expensive now. They shouldn't be. So, I mean, like, you can see right here. That's how much I paid for this. It's not really in focus, but $22.99 Canadian. That's all I paid for this because there was a shop that just had, I think it was like 4 or 5 of these on the shelf, and they were all basically that price. And I was like, they are not that price. I know they're not. Like, this is basically like the price of what they are worth when they came out. I mean, I only bought these just before the pandemic hit, right? Oh yeah, I can imagine that getting the whole set pause is pretty expensive. Because I mean, there's 10 of them, and if you're paying $25 a pop, right? Yeah, it's 250. That's about right. 250 is about right because there's 10 of them, right? So like $22.99 times 10, you're looking at $230, right? $230 Canadian, and then plus tax, it'd be close to $250, right? Now, if you're talking $250 American, that's more like $300 Canadian, which means you're saving about $8 or $7 per box here. Now, some of them are worth more than others. The Rakdos one is the most expensive out of all of them, so that's why I saved this one for last. So, yes, have a great night, everybody. Thank you, Eric, for reminding me because, you know, I ramble. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.